Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to another Nail Talk episode. So for today, actually, I don't even know what we're going to talk about. I asked for topics on my Instagram group chat, but I don't think that the people I have on there actually watch me on YouTube because a lot of the things that they asked me to do or talk about, I've already talked about. So I think that the next time, instead of asking on Instagram, I'm going to ask here on the community section. But let me tell you guys what I'm doing on this set. So, okay, I am doing a pop-off set on myself, obviously, and I absolutely hate painting nails. Like, I hate painting them one solid color. And I also didn't have the base color that I wanted for the design that I'm doing. So I decided to just mix up some gel polish with my monomer and use clear acrylic to get the color. Of course, the first thing that I did was putting on my non-C-curve square tips from Kiara Sky, and I would normally dip my tips into the monomer to get them to adhere a lot faster, but since I am doing this pop-off on myself, I know my sizes and I already prepped them. And then I trimmed them down to my desired length, and once that was done, I went ahead and started adding the C-curve onto the free edge. I would normally blend the tips into the natural nail, but because this is a pop-off, I do have matte top coat on my nails. So if I were to do that, I would just completely remove the matte top coat, and that's not what I'm trying to do. So you guys are going to see what I'm doing to create the color once I get closer to my application. I just mixed up some orange gel polish with the monomer to give me the color that I'm looking for. I am going to be doing a tortoise design. So originally when I had planned to do this set, I wanted to do that corset looking design, you know, the one with the outlines. I'm so bad at explaining stuff, it's honestly horrible. So I'm just going to pop a picture up. So I wanted to do this design with the black gel polish and then leave the tortoise print in the middle so it could give it that little pop, and then put some black bows somewhere in there. But you know what? Sometimes when I do sets on myself, I think about ideas and they're just too much. Like, I think about too much and I do too much. And then I just end up not liking the set. I've actually done that a few times, I'm not gonna lie. I've tried to record for YouTube and I go crazy because I'm doing it for the content and I get full creative freedom. And then I finish the set and it's exactly the way that I wanted it to be, but I don't like it. I remember I did that with this one specific set. It was a purple set and I used some flowers, like the real flowers, and I hated it. I wasted 2 hours of my time for nothing because I didn't even get to post it. So now I'm a little traumatized when it comes to doing my own sets and like the ideas that I get. So at the end of the design, when I finished, I decided to just go in with some matte top coat, and honestly I don't regret it. It looks super fire. You guys are gonna see. I've always seen people do this design, but I've always seen it glossy and I've never seen anyone do the matte. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try it and see if it works out. If not, I could always just put like glossy top coat on top. And I'm glad that I did the matte top coat. I loved it. I was even a little sad to take them off because obviously I just do one hand for content. I cannot do the other hand at all. So it would probably take me a cool couple days to finish the other hand. Maybe I should do that for a video and try, but I feel like it's gonna be unfinished because I'm gonna get hella irritated. Unless I force myself to finish, then I guess it would work out. But let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in seeing me struggle. Sometimes when I go back to my YouTube videos and I watch them, I'm probably doing the same thing right now, but I'm everywhere. I can't keep my thoughts straight. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm so random. Like, the way that I just change subjects is crazy. Have you guys ever seen those people on like TikTok where they're trying to tell a story but they can't get to the point because they're jumping around to different scenarios and getting sidetracked? Well, that's me 100%. So if I keep doing that, I am so sorry. I'm gonna work on it and try to stay on topic the most that I can. But anyways, let's talk about sizing tips. I've actually had a lot of people tell me that they can't size the tips perfectly because they end up looking super wide. And you know what? I think it just depends on the brand of the nail tips and the company that you're using, because obviously every company is different and their tips are different as well. I live by my Kiara Sky nail tips, and before that I used to use some other nail tips from Amazon or Tulip Nail Supply. I would get like the triple XL non-C-curve flat square tips, but those were all hella good. And they have that narrow skinny square shape that everyone's looking for now. Now obviously I use the Kiara Sky tips and I feel like they just work perfectly. So a lot of you may know that when you size a tip onto your client's nail, you have to make sure that the tip fits from sidewall to sidewall. And a lot of people like to say that if there's a bigger size or a smaller size, go with the bigger one. I'm pretty sure it's because it's not adding so much pressure onto your client's fingernails. But you know what? I'm gonna be real with y'all. If there's a bigger size or a smaller size, I'm gonna go with the smaller size. It's obviously not a major difference. I'm not gonna use a super small tip that doesn't fit because it would squeeze their nail hella hard and make them super uncomfortable. But for the most part, the Kiara Sky tips always have the perfect size for my clients. I've never had a situation where a tip really doesn't fit. So if you're having those problems with sizing tips, maybe you should try a different brand and see if that works for you. The only downside of the Kiara Sky tips is that they're so thick, and I think that that's the reason why it's so hard for me to get them to glue down. So I have to dip them into the monomer or acetone to like get them to glue down faster. Unless it's my glue, but I don't think so, because before I started using the Kiara Sky glue, I was using the KDS glue and both of them would give me problems. So I don't know, maybe it is just the tips. You know what's funny? Last time I posted a video on YouTube, it was like one of my shorts YouTube videos. Wait, what? It was one of the shorts videos. And someone had commented, I haven't liked my Kiara Sky tips lately. And I was like, what does that have to do with me? Like, I'm telling you guys the products that I use and what works for me, but I'm not their manufacturer and I am not the company. I remember I read it and I immediately started laughing because I was like, what does this girl want me to tell her? Like, what does she want me to say? Oh my god, that reminds me about this other comment recently. She said, why are you gatekeeping your primer? Because I have the Mia Secret primer linked in the description instead of the John Legend one. And maybe a lot of other people feel that way too, but the reason why I don't link it or I haven't linked it is because everything that I use, I have it linked on my notes, right? And then I just copy and paste it onto the video. So when I need to change something, I go into my notes, I change it, and then I take that and put it onto YouTube. But the reason why I haven't changed the primer link is because once I finish using it, like it's done, the bottle's empty, I'm gonna go back to my Mia Secret primer. The John Legend primer is really good, but I've never had a problem with my retention, so I don't think that it's the primer that's necessarily giving me good retention. Honestly, I think that the number one reason my retention is good is because of the clear acrylic layer that I add, or it may be the way that I apply my cuticle bead. That's funny because I'm actually doing my cuticle bead on this clip. But no, I actually try to do it like a little more on the wet side so that it could melt into the cuticle without me having to pat it in. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it makes sense to me. Someone had recommended a topic and they put, press-ons are not alternatives, they suck. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that they are good alternatives or they aren't compared to actual nails? I think that, in my opinion, for someone like me, for example, I do nails, right? So I can't really have my nails done. I mean, I could, but I choose not to because I don't want to be uncomfortable doing nails and then have to learn how to do nails with nails on. So if I want to have nails on for a day or two, then press-ons would be a good alternative because I don't have to commit to having them on for super long. Oh my god, trip out. Last time I was doing my nails and I was filing. You see this little dot right here? I actually gave myself that scar filing because when I was filing like this, I accidentally got my skin and I ripped it off. So now I'm traumatized and you guys are gonna see me being hella scary filing. But yeah, back to what I was saying. If you're someone who likes to get their nails done, then I definitely would not think it's a good alternative because acrylics and other nail services, they are pretty sturdy. So you could go about your day not having to worry about them popping off. And with press-ons, you have to keep a glue on you. You have to make sure that you're not doing anything too crazy because obviously it's just glue and they will fall off. Also, a lot of nail glues are not water resistant. So what that means is if you keep washing your hands or whatever, it's gonna melt the glue and they're gonna pop off eventually. I feel like a lot of the press-on designs will never hit because they're not acrylic. Unless they're acrylic press-ons, then those are banging. But the designs on the press-ons are like not it. I don't know how to explain it. They're just, you can't compare the two at all. But I've actually been so tempted to do some press-ons and start selling them for the people who can't come get their nails done by me, obviously. But I would like to make them out of acrylic and do everything the exact same way that I do like my nails, shaping and everything. That's funny, you could hear the whole train passing by. But yeah, I don't know if that's something that people would be interested in purchasing because obviously they wouldn't be cheap. I would be putting my time into it and I don't feel like people are that into press-ons to where they blow a bag on them. They do look good though. I've seen some on my Instagram and obviously the nail techs customize the designs to what the client wants and they look so good and sturdy. They actually look so real, which is crazy. You guys know what I used to do? I had a few clients who worked in the dental or medical field and obviously they can't have their nails done. So they would come in for their appointment, but instead of priming their nails and doing the regular prep, I would make them a pop-off set. So I would do everything like I'm doing right now on this video, and then at the end of their service, they can pop them off whenever they want to, put them in a box and then glue them back on whenever, which was pretty cool. I actually did that a few times, maybe like 2 to 3 times, but I was charging the same price as I would for a regular set because I'm still doing the same thing. The only difference is you could pop them off and reuse them. I'm so excited for the Christmas nails. You know what I want to try? I want to try those snow globe nails. I think they're called like aquarium nails. I'm sure you guys have seen it all over social media. So maybe I could do that for a video and try to recreate a snow globe edition one. I think that would be so cool. I don't know how those would be in the long run, like if you could actually wear them, because what if you puncture them or you know the top seal rips off? I wonder if anyone has actually had them on for a good 3 to 4 weeks. Wait, I have a question. What design during the winter is your guys' favorite to do or see? I think for me it would be the sweater nails or the encapsulated snowflakes. I feel like a lot of my clients don't really like super crazy designs though. Like they like more of the simple classy nails. That's why sometimes I have to do the designs on myself when I'm feeling like getting creative. It takes too much time to be trying to convince people to let me do it, you know? And then I have my regulars that I be trying to convince, and obviously they've been coming to me for a while, so I know what they like and what they don't like. But they're so used to what they're used to, and they're like hella iffy about it, which I can't blame them because yeah, it's too much. I'd rather just do it on myself. But that wraps up today's Nail Talk episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you guys are feeling these videos. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Fridays are when I do the Nail Talk episodes. So you guys feel free to drop in the comments any topics that you guys want me to talk about, and I'll definitely get into it. But I'll catch you guys on the next one. A quick little intermission. So I realized that the secret to this effect is not drying each nail individually. So usually when I do blooming gel, because it spreads so fast, I dry each nail by itself and then continue to the next finger. But the key to the design, and you guys are going to see that I end up doing it later on in the video, you want to apply the blooming gel to every finger, do the design on every finger, and then set the whole hand completely all together instead of doing it one by one, if that makes sense. That's the key to this design. Okay, bye guys.